Hi, hello, good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Charlene. How will I pronounce your name? Is it Dena?
Yeah, it's Dana.
Okay, Dena. Well, it's a very unique name. I haven't heard anyone who has the same name as yours. Okay, I
Uh-huh.
know it's not your first time to study here, but I'll be asking
Mm-hmm.
some questions about yourself. Is this your first time or you had teachers before from this platform? Is this your first time or you had teachers before? Hello?
Hello. I can
Okay,
hear you.
you can hear me now?
Yeah, now, yeah.
Alright, I was actually asking if it's your first time to study here or you had teachers before.
Um, I changed teacher to Michelle
Okay,
told me, I changed the teacher and he's
Miss
new
Michelle. Oh, how
mm,
many classes you had with Miss Michelle?
one.
Oh, just once. Okay, I
Mm,
see. Alright, because she told me that you would like to study IELTS. Okay, so
yeah.
basically, alright, we'll get to know more about of the reason. Let's just get to know each other first, just like for a few minutes, because
Okay.
our class is for 2 hours. You
Mm-hmm.
need to
Mm-hmm.
brace yourself, because it's pretty
Okay.
long. Okay. Okay, I'll be asking some questions, so you can also ask some questions to me afterwards so that you'll get to know me more and we can get, comfortable to each other.
Okay.
Okay, so are you a student or working? Because there are some students they have to take IELTS, okay, as the requirement for them to study abroad. So
Uh,
how about you?
I, I, I want to study abroad, but now I just graduated.
Okay, you just
Uh,
graduated from university and you want
yeah,
to.
study
Mm.
abroad.
Oh, which country?
United Kingdom.
Okay, that's why. Wow, great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a really lovely country, but there are so many countries, okay, like US, Canada, but why do you want to study in United Kingdom, in UK?
Because I want to learn more about the marketing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
and, and many people told me marketing the is arise from United Kingdom is more better. And yeah, so I choose here.
Mhm. Okay, I see. And so you graduated. I mean, your major was marketing
Um,
before.
and now is about technology,
Okay.
but have a little bit community.
All right. It's
hmm
kind of different, right? But okay,
Yeah,
why do you want to pursue marketing this time?
because now I think the because my background have a little bit
Mhm.
about the service
Mhm.
and web website so and nowadays the marketing and people
Mhm.
try to how to say that I think about it how to um that
If you're
now
mm,
people want to let others know their brand or how they they sales they
mhm.
all use the network and so I wanted to use a little bit my background and go to Nottingham study digital marketing.
Okay.
So yeah,
So when you finish taking that, um, are you planning to go back to Taiwan, or you're planning to
um,
work there afterwards?
um, I must plan stay there to have a
Okay.
work. Yeah.
Nice. Anyway, okay. So I have asked questions about that, and I know you're a fresh graduate. Okay. There are also so many people that I know that after graduation they don't want to work because they think that they will have more advantage if they have another study,
Mm-hmm.
or if they have another degree,
Yeah.
especially because I work in China before, and
Mm-hmm.
my students are like that. Okay, their concept. So okay, because me in my case, I also want to study, but I have a daughter. I'm planning to take up law probably after a year because I just gave
Ooh.
birth, and I really wanted to become a lawyer ever since. But it's just so hard to do it right now because I have a daughter. She's just actually beside me. She's just staring at me
Oh, now? Right now?
right now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very sorry to tell that because I actually did not expect that we're going to have a class today. So I
Mm-hmm.
allow her nanny, her babysitter, to go back to their house because it's
Oh,
weekend.
it's okay. It's okay because today have somebody have to work and somebody have to study. Yeah, it's okay.
Because I have a babysitter. Someone is actually taking good care of
Mm-hmm.
her every weekdays.
Mm-hmm.
I she asked me like, "Ma'am, can I go back to my house? I just need to fix something." And then I said, "Yeah, I don't have classes. That's fine." So, yeah, but by next week, don't worry, she will not be here.
It's okay. Yeah.
I hope she will be quiet throughout the class.
Okay.
Okay, now my question this time, okay, because you're going to take IELTS. Do you have any specific date already about your IELTS exam?
I have one time, and my
Oh,
score is
when
five
was
point
that?
five overall.
5.5. Okay. And when was that? When did you take IELTS?
In at June.
Okay, this year.
Mm. Yeah, this year.
Oh, so what happened? Can you tell me more about that? Like, what happened during the exam? What are the strengths, weaknesses? What are the things that you could have done to make it better? Because I need the expectation for me to be able to find out the strategies, okay, that we need to
Mm.
do.
The test and my listening. I know I always have two choices, and I always choose the wrong one. And
Mm-hmm.
mm, or sometimes I know
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
answer and I hear
Okay.
speaking, and
Okay.
but I cannot correct to spell
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm.
I know that is the answer, and I may I think I'm not sure about of the it means so. I don't know this word, but I know this answer, so I
Mm.
always write correct answer. And yeah,
Okay.
and reading, and I spend too much time to read the stories. Yeah, and
Mm.
I think about and mm,
All of you took
uh,
IELTS in your class?
um, no.
Mm. Okay, so that's 5.5 because Miss Michelle told me that you're aiming to get 8.0 band score. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's the ends.
Okay. And when do you plan to take another exam?
Mm, November.
Okay. November.
Mm.
It's already October, so we only have like a month to
Yeah, but
prepare. Mhm.
because I know you still teaching, but before already planning to have the exam at November.
Okay,
So
that's quite
yeah.
fast. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
how is
mm,
your speaking exam?
speaking 5.5. Because it's the first time I take the exam, so I'm very nervous.
Okay.
And um, but I think is for me 5.5 at that time is quite good. But
It's
now, but um, because my background is not like other students have, because I'm the asset before, so I didn't have the very strong background of English. I have
okay.
a long time for 8 years, so many vocabulary I just
Mm-hmm.
I mean it is new, so I study hard and at times, and the score that I think is ha,
Mm-hmm.
I had I the score is progress.
Okay.
But I think I need more.
So
And
aside from this class, Dana, you're also studying by yourself, right?
yeah, now I
Okay.
study by myself.
Okay, so you don't do anything right now, so you don't go out. Your focus is to study your IELTS because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
your exam is approaching. It's gonna be by next month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I think I've heard things that I need to know. Well, I took my IELTS way back 2014. I actually needed that one for my teaching career because Chinese school is asking me to take that exam, and I also took TESOL. My band score that time was 8, and
Oh.
I did not take another exam anymore because that was already a good score during that
Mm-hmm.
time. Okay, definitely Philippines is not, it's not a native country, a speaker country, right? So
Yeah.
just like you, I also studied English. So
Mm-hmm.
I understand that there are some students who basically really want to study English. That's basically what I felt before. I started to study English when I was just in college. Would you believe that?
I
Because
can't believe that.
I took up English as my major. I really wanted to take political science that time. It's all about like a law major. But since it's
Oh.
expensive, my
Mm-hmm.
father told me that I can take another major, and I think that
Mm-hmm.
English in the Philippines that time has really a good offer because there are a lot of multinational companies, a lot of international companies that I can work with, not just for teaching. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I decided to teach. So, just like me, okay, I know that when you do that every day, when you focus, when you communicate like what I did, I think you can also become like me. Especially, you'll go to a speaker country, a native speaker country just like you, okay? So probably after a few years of studying there, when you get back to Taiwan, you are you will become really awesome.
I wish I will.
Of course, just be confident. That's the most important thing that you need to possess when you take IELTS. Being confident.
Okay.
Okay, so let me just yeah, it's your time. After this, we can discuss our book. So, do you have questions from me?
No.
You don't have question. Let me just check because I cannot open the book that you have sent to me. But what I
Oh,
have, yeah, what I have here is this is what Miss Michelle sent to me.
I think it's the same one.
The listening test. This is what she sent.
Yeah. The listening test.
Is
Yeah.
this what we are going to discuss?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's the reason why I'm asking if you have the audio file with you. Because if you can see this one, the listening test, a 30-minute test of your understanding of spoken English. Can you see that one?
Uh,
Let me check if Miss Michelle sent it to me. Um, what do you have there?
mm, last time,
Mhm.
Michelle forecast with me, and
Mhm.
we are at. Wait
She
a minute.
also discussed IELTS to you.
Yeah, he sent
Okay.
it to email to me,
Okay.
and we are talking about the time.
Mhm.
Hmm?
Let me check. Yeah, this is okay. I think I need to ask her because I thought that this is the book that we are going to study right now, and I actually browsed it a while ago. So I was thinking, oh, I should have the audio file because it's about listening. There are no speaking tests. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay.
Okay. Or you can send your books to me, and I will use that for the class.
Okay. Yep. What I have. And what do you have right now?
And I check my email.
Okay.
Hmm? I didn't spell it.
Yeah, this is the one that I have listening file, which we wouldn't be able to study this way because you should have the audio file with you. I should have the audio file so that we can talk about what is the audio file all about, like that. Okay, so while waiting for that, basically, for IELTS exam, which do you think is the most difficult for you?
Writing.
The writing one. Okay, mine was the listening.
Hmm? Listening.
Yeah.
Why?
Um, because the time, way back 2013, I was not really familiar about British accent,
Mm.
and it was so difficult for me to understand some of the words that, especially it was a recording file, so it's time pressured. Like I don't want
Mm.
to listen to it again and again just for me to know what is this all about. Yeah, like that. So, because I was really a writer even when I was in high school. So IELTS writing part is just, I think I really didn't have problem for it since I really love writing. So you think
Oh.
that writing is the most difficult? Why?
Because the method is different with with
Mhm.
to Chinese.
Mhm.
And I need to change the ways, change the method, and use another approach to write them. And I need to think about many vocabulary that I and I always stop at the I cannot continue with the
Mhm.
vocabulary that I want to to write on it. And I always
Okay. So today we're going to have a trial first. Okay, a trial about speaking.
Mhm.
Because Miss Michelle is not sending me any messages right now. Probably she's quite busy. Because I didn't know that it was a different book that you have right now. But
Okay. I sent.
you
I
send it to me.
yeah. Wait. No, no, no. Wait a minute.
Okay, okay.
I think I sent the wrong 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 one.
Okay, okay. I'll wait.
I sent it again. Mm-hmm. And you saw you check.
Is it in Skype?
Mm-hmm. You
Okay.
check it and
Okay. I'll open it.
this one is the first time we have a class.
It's also the listening test that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same one, the listening test?
This one, I think it's the same with you.
So how many section does the listening test have? Is this correct?
You the first page.
Yep.
Y-
Okay. I'll browse it. Just one moment, dear. Okay. I already found it. Thank you. Let me just check. Okay, give me 2 minutes.
okay.
Okay, so basically the first part is just about introduction, about the listening file or the listening test,
Mm,
which basically
mm-hmm.
you have already an idea because you have already taken IELTS before. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so let me just check if there are. Yeah, there should be an audio file here. Um, may I ask where did you use? I mean, where did you get the book? This book,
No.
Miss Michelle.
Uh,
Ah.
she sent it for me by email. But I don't. So I can saw it, and I don't have the book. I just can see saw it on
Share it from Gmail, is this right? Okay. Do you want to start with listening?
online.
Okay. Do you
So
want
I
to?
open the.
Okay. Do you want to start with the listening tests before the speaking?
Mm, which one different?
I mean, okay. Which one do you want to practice first? Okay, your listening or
Oh.
your speaking?
Mm, speaking.
Yeah, because this is about just listening. I browse it everything from the first
Mhm.
page until the last page. This is all
And
about listening. Okay.
yeah.
And we don't have the audio file. Because how would we be able to practice the speaking if there
Mm-hmm.
is no audio file? You're not going to listen to some recordings, right?
Yeah.
Because there are some activities here. I already browsed it, but you wouldn't be able to. Of course, I could not tell it to you because my accent is different from the accent that's supposed to be you have to listen, which is the British one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm going to propose another listening file with you. I'm going to talk or collaborate with Miss Michelle afterwards. Let's practice first your speaking. Okay?
Okay.
All right. But anyway, okay. So we do have part number 1, part number 2, and part number 3 for IELTS.
Mm-hmm.
Today we are going to talk about basic questions for part number 1. And then afterwards, part number 2, and then later part number 3, and then if we still have time, we are going to have like a mock IELTS speaking exam, part number 1, part number 2, and part number 3 together.
Okay.
Okay, so the objective of this class is for you to be able definitely to get familiarized about different questions that an interviewer might ask to you. Okay? All
Okay.
right. So let's talk about part number 1 first. I'm going to ask you random questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? All right. So hi, good morning. I'm sorry, it's just already good afternoon. How are you today?
mm, I have a question.
Sure.
And every time just okay, someone asks me how are you today, and I always don't know. I need to
Yep.
answer what kinds of
Everybody
yeah.
is like, they're just saying, I'm okay, I'm great, I feel nervous, okay? But when someone says or asks you a question like, how are you? Probably you could just tell me something about your day today. Um, not just a normal, like, I'm good, I'm fine. Probably you could say that, oh, I feel nervous because, today I need to practice a lot of examinations or tests or stuff like that, and always be confident, okay,
Mm-hmm.
when you're expressing yourself. So when I ask you how are you, you know what, I feel nervous, but I'm okay, I can still manage. And yeah, like that.
Oh.
You don't need to talk a lot, okay. 2 to 3 sentences are okay. It's just about an introduction. So give me a good impression, okay, by sharing a bit something.
But I don't have um many emotions at that time, and what
Really?
I
Oh,
didn't think
yeah,
about this kind of
yeah.
question about how am I today, and so I don't
hmm
know how to answer it.
Oh, I want to know about that. How was the interviewer?
Um, so you asked where?
During the time that you took the exam, how was the interviewer? Is he nice, or like, did he smile or she smile?
Oh, he smiled. Because I think because I'm the first one, so
Okay.
he's not tired. So I think
mhm.
it yeah,
Mhm.
it not make me nervous. And not have nervous, but it not let me feel he
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
angry or like that. And
You're quite lucky because during my time, the interviewer was not smiling at all.
yeah,
So I,
everybody had the exam before. All told me they are not they are very yeah, they even smile at
yeah.
them, but yeah. So I think I'm lucky.
Yeah, so because to be honest, when someone is not smiling and you're saying something, you feel something bad, right? Like, did I
Mm-hmm.
say something bad? Why this person is not smiling? So it could add the nervousness that you're feeling. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's basically what happened to me. Now, of course, in the future, you might have a different experience. Okay, you might encounter a person who is really not smiling at all, so you need to brace yourself about that. Okay, always think that, okay, I can answer the questions, okay, properly, and I'm not going to see you after this.
Mm.
So that's what I'm actually thinking during that time. So I will say everything that I want to say, because after this, I'm not going to see your face anymore. You wouldn't even know whether I'm lying or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like creating stories, creating answers. If you really don't have the answer for that, is good. Did you
Oh.
do that? Did you create a story, make your own story? Did you lie during the exams?
Half and half.
Mm.
Because
Okay. Mhm.
yeah, I don't know how to say the things that I never do it, or
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I
Mhm.
think it's difficult. So I always talk about that I do it
Something that.
before, or yeah,
Oh.
my experience.
Okay. All
Mm.
right. Which has that is something that you're comfortable with. So that's fine. Okay? Because there are some students, they're creating stories. And
Oh,
even me, I actually did not find out that they're just lying. Okay.
wow.
So they're good at creating stories. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so Dana, I'll be asking random questions now. Okay?
Okay.
Don't be nervous. Just say whatever you want to say. Let's not restrict time yet, okay? Because it's gonna be the first time that we're going to talk. I'm
Mm.
not going to be strict about the time. I just want to basically hear the way you answer, the way you pronounce, the way you think of these questions, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, can you tell me why did you choose your major right now?
Is that mean the master post of
Yes.
grad? Yeah.
Yep.
Because I am the player before, and I'm the basketball player, and at the in Taiwan, the bas women's asset is not don't mm, it's not famous in Taiwan
Mm.
than the boys. Um, so I really know but at that time is not very famous, but now it's famous now, and because of the um because people sorry, I need to think
Go ahead.
what I wanted to say. Uh, oh, because some people wanted to let others know we basketball, this kind of sport is also popular in Taiwan. So they use the internet, the Facebook, Instagram,
Mhm.
to let others know um, about the the there have many games in Taiwan, and now and
Mhm.
nowadays almost the junior high school or senior all knows the games about HBL, and this reason that me wanted to learn about the marketing, how they
Mhm.
do this.
Okay. All right. And is it a very popular subject nowadays in Taiwan, in your country?
Yeah, I think so.
Why do you think that it's gonna be something that you would be able to? I mean, that major would be able to help you to find a good career in the future.
Yes, I because now because is I forgot the um and because now everyone use internet and
Mhm.
use the iPhone, you use the telephone to connect people
Mhm.
or or serving or play games, and I think in the future it would be everything will used by the internet. So I think so I choose the major about digital
Okay.
marketing. Yeah, and I think is the and when I finish the course, and I think it's the advantage for me to find the work.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay. If you will be given a chance, or if you had the chance, would you like to change your major? Why or why not?
No, I won't change it. I have changed in when I was had in the college. And no, no, nothing.
Mhm.
And because I said the the FX before, actually is for 8 years when
Mhm.
I was junior and senior, and I changed the I changed to not I changed to change my major not
Mhm.
for sport and I
Mhm.
for study. So now I don't think so that I choose this this course for for me is change the major. I think is I know what I want to learn, not for future currents and that like that is I want to do, not I need to do.
And do you plan to get the job in the same field as your subject or as your major?
Yes, of course. I think I can, if if I can get the same subject, I
Mhm.
think is good for me. But but if I need to, if I can, and never mind, because I need to learn many things, not just by the same subject or same major.
All right.
Yes. Mm.
Okay. So this time I would like to talk about hometown. Where is your hometown? Can you tell me more about that?
My hometown is in New Taipei City.
Mhm.
And do you know Xinzhang? Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, and is there and is a um it's very convenient here. It is very convenient here, and I have many transportation to
Mhm.
let me get through everywhere. I can go through a train or the MRT or even a bus
Okay.
stop. Yeah, and I think and here is mm, I didn't know my hometown is good or not, but because I haven't go through any place for settled before.
Mhm.
But I think Xinjiang is a good place to settlement
Mhm.
because in at because there have many schools, elementary school,
Mhm.
junior high school, senior even senior high school, all nearby them.
All right. Now
Yeah.
you just graduated from university, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what you've mentioned earlier. Do you still often visit your hometown, or are you living in your hometown right now?
Oh, I'm living in my hometown right now.
Okay. All right. Good. And what is the oldest place in your hometown?
Can you have again?
Okay.
Oldest?
Yep. What is the
Oldest mean?
oldest place in your hometown?
Is that oldest place? Hometown means my father's mother's hometown or
No, it means
oldest?
like, do you know any city which is very old in that particular hometown? The oldest one? Any historical places? Okay,
Mm, I don't
historical.
know.
Do you know this word? Let me type it for you. Historical places.
Oh,
Yep. So when you say oldest places, these are the historical places. So, do you know anything about that on your hometown?
no, I don't know anything about this because I didn't hear someone told me about like this kind
Okay.
of information before.
All right. Now, I am a foreigner, and if I will go to your hometown, what are the things that I would be able to see there?
Mm, and you will see there are many students,
Mhm.
um, and elder person,
Mhm.
um, and local market,
Okay.
jobs like that. Not special like you are in Taipei, you can have the mall or the cinema or like anything like that. You just a little bit about rural, a little rural, but not like rural. I don't know how to say it.
I'll give you more ideas afterwards, okay? I'm actually checking the way you answer questions. I'm going to give you feedback after this one, okay?
Okay.
And I was actually listening to you, so I am also typing some of my feedbacks, so don't worry. But this
Mm-hmm.
feedbacks is for improvement, okay? We are going to discuss this for you to be able to improve, okay? So, because there are some students who are very sensitive. they don't want they don't want to be corrected, okay? I understand because we are different.
Mm,
People are different to each other.
mm,
So, but in this kind of exam, you really need to hear a feedback, okay?
yeah, I know.
Okay. So, how could your hometown be improved?
Be improved.
Yep. If there are things that you want to improve, okay, to your hometown, what are those? How could it be improved?
Um, actually, I think it depends
Mhm.
because for me I think my hometown is not my hometown
Mhm.
is good. I
Okay.
I I don't know what kind need to improve it. I can get I can do uh I can do the things I wanted to do. Yeah. And I never think about this kind of question before.
Okay.
Uh,
You haven't heard this kind of question before, is that right?
and I never think about yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there good public transportation in your hometown?
Yeah. Uh, I we have the MRT station to and I just walk about 5 minutes and I can get it.
Okay. And do you think that your hometown is a good place to bring up children? Or it's a good place to grow up there?
And yeah, I think it's the I think it's it, and because I
Mhm.
just said
Mhm.
there is schools and in there is schools and you can go not and um I don't know I don't know how to explain it.
Mhm. So is that the only advantage of your hometown? There are a lot of school, public transportations. Probably you can add that you think that the hometown is also safe. Probably the crime rate is very low. You would feel that when you roam around, even it's kind of late, you will still feel safe, because that's very important for you to be able to say that
Oh.
a good place, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
your hometown is a good place for me. Okay, a place is good if it's safe, right? If you can still go outside without feeling nervous at all, because my
Oh.
hometown is not like that. I love my hometown, but my hometown is not safe.
Oh.
So probably you can add that. So can you tell me how safe your hometown is?
Oh, this difficult.
Because you've been living there, so like probably you have an idea.
Mm, because um,
Mhm.
why safe? We have police.
Mhm.
Um, and the people live out here. All um,
Mhm.
people live here very politeness. They all and very friendly.
Okay.
They they when have question, we ask them, and
Mhm.
they all very kind to answer me. Mm.
Okay, let's just stop for a while, okay? There are so many questions that we still want to practice, and these are some kind of the basic, right? Basic questions.
Mm.
Okay. So first, okay, you're actually confident in answering questions, okay? But again, um like what I've said, these are basic questions. You might also feel nervous or bad if you hear a questions which are very difficult. Okay, you will really the emotion would be different when you hear a question like, "Oh my God, I haven't thought about that." Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I always have this. Oh, I didn't think it before, so I need to think again, and I always
That's
think
why.
very seriously that
Mhm.
how do I answer it?
Okay. Yep. And that's the reason why we are basically practicing some of the questions, because you might also encounter a question which is really difficult, right? And this is
Mm.
this is just a practice.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time, it's actually not bad. It's just that sometimes I know that you were trying to think about the right words to say,
Mm-hmm.
especially for those questions that you just heard, okay, today, that you haven't really thought about that before, which is
Mm-hmm.
good, okay, because at least next time after this session, later when you're alone, you could probably think, what am I going to say with this question if this question has been asked to me once more? Okay,
Oh yeah.
you need to do that, because that's what I'm doing whenever I practice. Okay, in my case, I didn't have a teacher that time. I was just speaking a question I am making a lot of questions. I'm putting that on the bowl, and then I'm going to pick a question by myself, and I'm in front of the mirror. I'm going to record my voice, and I'm going to listen to my answer. Okay? And
Wow.
if I did not like it, I'm going to think, okay, about how would I be able to improve this. That's how I practiced way back. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
2013 when I practiced my IELTS. So, Dana, I would like you to basically go back. I have the questions here. I could give it to you afterwards. You can think about how would you be able to improve that. Okay, but don't get me wrong, you're actually good because you know still how to answer questions even you just heard this for the first time. And you have the skills. When I say skills, you know how to speak English. That's the advantage. Because if you cannot speak English properly and you hear a question, that's more even, difficult. Okay? Now, there are some sentences that you um that are erroneous, meaning to say not correct. I know that you know the grammar, but when someone is trying to say something, sometimes they forgot or sometimes they could not think that they have said these sentences, right? Because
Mm.
I am very confident that you know the grammar because you can speak English. Okay, let's just have the first one that you've said. Let's just have it very quick because you said it's very convenient. Well,
Ah.
okay, so it's supposed to be, it's very convenient. Let's just make it quick because I know that you know the rules. You probably just said it like you did not notice, right?
I know I wrong.
Yeah.
Convenient. Convenient.
Okay. You also said I haven't go to, which basically it's supposed to be I haven't been
Being
to. Okay. So also you said more better. We shouldn't say more better. What is the right term? It should be much better. Much.
much better.
Because when you say more and better, they are already redundant. You know this word, redundant. Like when we say bigger, better, these are comparative, right? Comparative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you could not say more better because more and better is comparative.
Oh,
So you should say much. This is much
yeah, much.
better.
Yeah,
Okay.
much.
Okay. And when I asked you when did you take your exam, you said at June. Okay. Supposed to be it should be last June. Okay. And the last one, you said many vocabulary. It should be many vocabulary words. You should put the word words.
Oh,
Okay?
words.
Yeah, we say I want to learn vocabulary words, a lot of vocabulary words. Okay? We
Mm-hmm.
could not say many vocabulary because it's not grammatically correct. Okay? But there are so many questions that we could still practice. I know it's just the first set of questions, so you'll you will become better as the time went by. Okay? We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have 5 minute break. Okay? I'm
Okay.
going because we have been studying for 55 minutes. I want you to inhale, exhale, drink water for 5 minutes. We're gonna continue our session. Okay?
Okay.
And I'll give you things that you need to do when answering questions so that it would be easier. Okay?
Okay.
So let's have 5 minutes. I'll call you after 5 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Take drink of water. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.